We did it. We won. We finally won. We, the people, finally won over the government. That's 1 to the people, 0 to the government, guys. And what did we win at? We won getting rid of the hate speech bills in the criminal justice bill. So today we have a bunch of different articles and a bunch of different videos I'm going to be reacting to. So stay tuned. This one is from RT News, of course, the opposition. And this one basically is just entailed hate speech laws to be removed from criminal justice bill. Now, as this was only about 12 hours ago, it was really announced about 24 hours ago. There's really been no videos on YouTube about it. You know, there's really been no videos. I'm sure Gript Media will be coming out with a video about this. But I have to give props where props is due, guys. You know, the only people that really made this happen is Gript Media. Okay, without them, and of course, every time I reacted to their videos, they got tens of thousands of views. Every single time those videos, when I talked about the hate speech bill on YouTube, they got tens of thousands of views. So much love to Gript. Go over to Gript Media, donate to them, go check them out. Niall Boylan as well. Everybody, us three, shouting from the rooftops, along with a lot of other Irish legends, talking about how if you were just to insult somebody, how you go to jail, like in Scotland, in England now, Keith Starmer, whoever the flipping prime minister is, putting people in jail for making jokes. Absolutely heinous laws. 1930s Germansky type laws, 1930 Germany type laws, 1940. So this is great, guys. This is great news. Great day in the parish. Great news for all of Ireland. So stay tuned. Comment down below what you all think. I'm going to be reacting to a bunch of different videos on this. I have a few other videos from Sky News, a few other articles, you know, just because I want to break up the, you know, the views from different media outlets, okay? Because I want to react to all of them to make everybody, you know, see that I have a different framework and I don't just react to just one network. Look at that. That's my cat just popped up behind me. Even my cat's happy with this. Go on, get out of here, kitty. All right, hate speech bills. Let's go, guys.
The hate speech bill, as it became known, is properly titled the Criminal Justice Incitement to Violence or Hatred or Hate Offences Bill, and had proved controversial from its inception.
Oh yeah.
Issues with its lack of definition of what constituted hate speech, perceived dangers to free speech, and the extended range of groups to which offence could be caused led to questioning and criticism.
True.
Following consultation with the coalition party leaders, Minister for Justice Helen McEntee is to withdraw Section 2 of the bill, which is the hate speech element.
I made this proposal to party leaders.
I still can't believe this has happened. Like, nobody is talking about it, but they're really keeping it on the down low because they don't want the people to be angry. And people like Elon Musk took notice of this. Tucker Carlson. I mean, we're talking about massive American, you know, billionaires and institutes in the US getting note of this sort of hate speech bill, which is just anti-constitutional, guys. I think it's just completely, I think it's against the people. Like I said, we the people, okay? We the people got rid of this bill, okay? This is wild. This is the government versus us, guys. This is crazy stuff, you know?
Hate speech element.
I made this proposal to party leaders over the summer. I believe that it is important that this legislation is enacted. The incitement to hatred element does not have a consensus, so that will be dealt with at a later stage. In order to progress the hate speech element, we need a consensus. We don't have that at the moment.
One former minister.
So I hate to be the you know, bearer of bad news. It's not completely gone away, I think. I think they're just trying to reach a consensus of what is hate speech. Is it some guy saying some, you know, profanity, some racial slur? Like, what is it exactly, guys? There's no, you know, there's just an arbitrary line on what hate speech is, and anything can be considered as hate speech. You know who talked about it as well? Joe Rogan talked about it on his podcast, guys. Anything can be construed as hate speech. If I say one thing is this, you know, a man is a woman, whatever, man is a man, woman is one, and then they say, no, that's a biological fact, it actually is, it is, and then one other person says, no, that's not true, then, you know, you can flip and go to jail for that, guys. It's crazy. So, you know, there's always going to be contention there.
Sir for Justice, who repeatedly raised the issue of the lack of a definition of hate, welcomed the development.
The loose language that was used in it was really an affront to every constitutional principle. And the reality is that the right of free speech also entails the right to offend.
Yeah. The Labour Party leader said the decision was wrong.
The government has had a whole summer recess in which to address those concerns and bring forward any necessary amendments so that the bill will achieve consensus before, whenever the election is. You know, it is, I think, deeply regrettable.
Right. The decision by the Minister for Justice removes 7 pages from the 36-page bill, the rest of which the government intends to enact. It retains extending protections for preferred genders people express, and what the bill states are genders other than male or female. The bill as
that's what I was basically saying. Like, if someone calls someone male, and I'm all for, I'm a liberal, I'm a liberal guy, social issues, you can be whatever you want to be, guys. If you want to wake up, I want to be a tree today. I want to wake up, I want to be a flipping, a dumbbell today. I want to be a lamp today. That's okay. You can be what you want. I wake up in the morning and I say I'm a professional athlete, guys. Okay, even though I'm not. Okay, I talk on the internet for a living. Okay, but I don't make other people say that I'm that. You guys got to be like clear about what's what.
amended will provide for harsher sentencing for those who are convicted of offences under existing incitement to hatred legislation in place since 1989.
Yeah, there's already laws there to prevent, which are good, guys. You can't be racial against the traveling community and stuff like that. There's like a list of 9. I learned that in secondary school, guys. You can't be against these 9 different people. Gender, age, stuff like that, guys. What is I think age is one of them. Yeah, there's like 9 different categories. Okay, everybody in Ireland knows that. If you guys grew up here, you should know that. But this one is going to be, we're going to continue on, okay? It's going to be good. So, good news, Ireland drops hate speech laws following public backlash. This is from Sky News, which is an Australian website, which is more conservative leaning. I actually didn't even know much about Sky News until probably like a year ago, but they're quite a cool network as well. So let's see what they have to say.
Rita and James, so much lefty lunacy to look at. Katie Gallagher, who always likes to audition for Clown Show as well. She's in the lefty lunacy topic too, Rita. What's she up to?
Very exciting. For the second week in a row, Pauline Hanson's gender biology bill was not debated because apparently it's hateful to talk about these issues.
I don't understand why this Senate should take time to inflict personal harm on vulnerable individuals, and that's what this does. And I don't care whatever way people try to dress it up and say it's something else, it is not.
So biological reality, trying to preserve girls' rights, whether we're talking about women's sport, changing rooms, women's shelters, apparently is harmful. And the Senate, the Australian upper house, is not fit to talk about it, according to the Minister for Women.
Well, this is what happens when that kind of university level politics that says speech is violent and speech is harmful winds up making its way into the Senate and into our lives. And you wind up, with all of these hate speech laws around the world, which are really designed to crack down on free speech. But I've got a bit of a win for you.
It's true. It's just designed, it's just as like a front, it's like a back house, like a front for a back house operation to really kind of just get at free speech, guys. Like, everybody knows this by now, okay? And we know why, but, we can't really say too much, guys. But the thing is, when we talk about free speech, guys, like, what even is that now? Can I just say anything? And of course, you have to deal with backlash. If you say something insulting to somebody in real life, they might want to fight you, they might want to flip and do some crazy stuff. So I wouldn't go around being an asshole to people and being, saying crazy stuff. But at the same time, guys, can you go to jail for stuff? Probably shouldn't be, you probably shouldn't go to jail for saying some crazy stuff, right?
Guys, apparently in Ireland, and Ireland is one of these countries that has been used as kind of a test case to try and get through bills to restrict free speech, like they're trying to do here in Australia as well. They are pulling a hate speech bill, which really would have been a free speech bill or free speech destroying bill. So that's a bit of good news here.
Well,
and
the
it
reason they're
shows
pulling it is the public
yes, exactly
getting up
right.
and saying
and
we
this
won't
is
accept this.
exactly the point here is that the fight needs to be kept on these people. And one thing I think the government's never understands is that one day the government's going to change and they're going to be on the receiving end of these things and they're not going to like it.
But also, Rita, the
100%.
reason the Irish...
And I agree with that, guys. And one thing we don't have here in Ireland, guys, and Joe Rogan talks about this, how we don't have the First or Second Amendment in our Constitution. So First Amendment is amazing in the US, okay? They're talking about that, complete freedom of speech. And then the Second Amendment protects the First Amendment. That's what he said. So because everybody has guns, the government can't just say, hey, you have to do this, you have to stay in your house for X months, and you have to do all this crazy stuff, whatever. Which is, some laws were good during the lockdown and stuff, of course, guys. I'm not, against much of that stuff, but what I'm saying is the Second Amendment protects the First Amendment, you see? Here in Ireland, we don't have any of those, guys. We don't have no constitutions, guys. We're cooked, Okay, we're cooked.
The bill is they would have gone full steam ahead with it, but the public, social media, and what Matt Canavan said rightly earlier on the show this morning was that it's really up to the public to get behind these things on social media, show their disapproval, show we will not tolerate this sort of hate speech. And Katie Gallagher gave the game away there, Rita, where she said this causes harm. So the moment you say anything causes harm, therefore it's beyond debate, therefore there's no more discussion.
They use it like we're the government and we're here to help, we're here to protect you, we're here to save you. You know, it's like, guys, no one does anything ever for free. Like, no one gives you anything ever for free. I've been on this earth nearly 30 years. No one has ever given me anything for free. There's always a repercussion. There's always something on the back end that they're looking for. You understand? Always, guys.
But you can call conservatives bigots, backward, racist. That's not causing harm. You can completely insult half the population without fear of any of... And I disagree with you, James. I don't think they need to fear that these laws will come back to get them, because the bureaucracy, those who will implement these laws and police them, are of the left. They know it doesn't apply to them. That's why they're pushing it.
I like this lady. So she's saying that we don't have to worry that it's going to come back around. You know, I wouldn't be as so optimistic, because Helen McEntee has been pushing those laws for a long time. A long time. So that's RT News, Sky News giving their take on it, guys, as well. And I'll just show you this one here, guys. This is the Irish Times with an article. It says, plan to introduce hate speech laws has been dropped. Minister for Justice confirms. Okay. We have the government will drop controversial plans to introduce hate speech laws. Minister General Hampton, as revealed the Irish Times on Saturday. However, the minister has said she will press ahead with the hate crime part of the criminal legislation, despite it being seen as a back row to her commitment. So she is pushing with the hate crime part, okay? So if you like hurt somebody, you know, your crimes are going to be leveled up if the guy is a minority or, you know, whatever, a woman, supposedly. If you're a white man, though, oh man, it doesn't matter, bro. You're done, bro. There's nothing that you have that can get hate speech on you. Unless you're anti-white, which, you know, we see a lot of that nowadays as well, guys. A lot of people don't love white people. Speaking in Athlone, she confirmed the plans to include her committee stage amendments to the Criminal Justice Incitement to Hatred or Hate Offences Bill 2022 in the Seanad. Miss McEntee said the incitement to hatred element of the bill does not have a consensus and will deal with it at a later time. Believe her right there, guys. She said she's adamant that Miss McEntee said she is adamant that the hate crime legislation would be enacted. So, like I said, guys, the hate speech part, where you can talk people to, you know, if you're sending memes to people, you go to jail, like in Scotland and in England. This has happened, guys. This isn't just like, you know, hearsay. It's actually happened where people had, like, you know, jokes and stuff on their phones and this type of thing, and people have gone to jail for what they've posted on X and Twitter and Facebook. Okay, but not here in Ireland, hopefully, not here for a long time. So, but yeah, let's see. The legislation provides a very clear message that if you attack a person, if you commit a crime against a person or a group of people simply because of who they are or the color of their skin, where they have come from, that will be a tougher sentence, a harsher sentence at the end of the day. And, you know, in theory, that sounds kind of okay. Okay, well, the guy is targeting people, but how can you prove that? Like, let's say a Chinese guy, you know, hurts a bunch of white people, right? Are you gonna say then, like, oh, he's anti-white? Like, you can like, you know, really just boil it down to like a bunch of different, types. So it's very hard to actually enact that, even though it seems like maybe, okay, like, you don't want people like racially profiling people and like hurting them based off whatever. Of course not, guys. That's wild to even say that. But how the hell did you even prove that, guys? Like, there's so many different sectors to this that's not been refined. It needs to be ironed out. I'd love to see the final, you know, part to that. Until then, I love you all. Stay free, my beautiful people of Ireland. I love you all. Make sure to subscribe. About to hit that 100K. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.